To put it very frankly, singles are sick of dating apps, and that endless swiping is taking its toll, but that's not the only way to meet people. Instead, you can hire a professional to help you find love.
Right. So we're here with Autumn Harris and Robert Vargas with Pittsburgh Singles Matchmaking Service. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we want to know, how did you all get started in the matchmaking business?
So early 90s, I had family members in the business, and they were out of Texas and was trying to get me in the business forever. And it wasn't until my son graduated from high school in like 2007 is when I finally moved to Pittsburgh and started working for the company.
Yeah, and it's a much needed service because just during the break you were saying over half of the country is single. Is that true?
Yeah, half the population of the United States is single.
That's, so for everyone saying that there's no one out there, there are actually quite a few.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to lose hope now. So whenever your clients come to you, what do they typically say? I've been on the dating apps and they aren't working. I mean, are you usually where they come whenever, obviously, they really need professional help?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that they say is that they're exhausted.
Yes.
Dating is exhausting, and we don't want you to lose hope because of the online sites. You know, we are here to be the professionals in this area, and we're here to make you the best version of yourself. So people come here and they love it and they have fun. They meet a lot of new people successfully. We do criminal sex offender background checks. So it's safe, because if you have children and you're scared to get out there, we do the background so you don't have to be the detective. We are for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been a detective before. If anyone needs me.
Haven't we all?
Not as good as them, but yeah.
I want to know, and this is something that I hear often. They say, Pittsburgh, it's just horrible for dating. Is there something in particular about this city that makes it tough?
Yeah, so Pittsburgh is not good for dating.
That's been confirmed.
Even the pros said it.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, but Pittsburgh, if you're not a driven sports fan, that's all you're talking about here. And, you know, that's nice, but with dating, you want to look outside of that box.
Sure.
And a lot of people just have a tough time meeting people if they're not at a sporting event or something like that. So we really want you to still, you know that there are avenues to meet people, but it's not going to be in a big crowd like something like that Pittsburgh is known for.
I love that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't love that about us, but it's true.
The only thing I took away from that was if you want to meet somebody, you better get into football.
You better get to opening day tomorrow. So if there's anyone watching right now and they're thinking, okay, I love this, I trust these people, you should. They are very friendly, great people, and they come to you, what's the first thing that happens?
You want to talk?
So yeah, like I had a gentleman come in the other day, and I said, well, you know, what prompted you to come in? He says, well, Rob, he says, I can sit under an apple tree and wait for an apple to drop, or I can shake the tree a little bit.
I love it.
Yeah.
And so once they, you know, go through a consultation, we get to know them. They're serious. They're emotionally stable. They're making this a priority in life. Then we can proceed. We enroll them. We do the background checks, and then we actually start matching them. We actually hand select their matches based off of compatibility.
And it's nice to hear that men and women are coming to you, because usually you think of women just,
right,
you know, pursuing this. But I'm wondering, have you ever had to turn someone away because they have just this unrealistic list of expectations?
Yeah, not so much, you know, too high of expectations, but sometimes people come in and they're not emotionally stable. They're still hung up on their past. They're still grieving over their wife or their girlfriend. So we've had to kind of tell them to wait a little bit.
Yeah, well, so you actually have become like relationship counselors, whether or not you wanted to or not.
Absolutely.
This is really great.
Can you give us maybe just a couple of tips for people who are watching and they're single and they're hoping to perhaps maybe meet someone as soon as we get some sunshine outside?
Yeah.
So the absolute best tip I could give as a professional matchmaker is do not take your standards down because you're not meeting what your expectations are. So people start to question themselves when they're not meeting the right person. They're like, do I need to narrow it down here? Well, what happens when you do that is you're not actually finding the person truly for you. You're settling, and we don't encourage that. We want you to be strict, you know, be very firm with who you are and what you expect out of life, because that's the person you're going to spend the rest of your life.
What if it's unrealistic expectations? Like that person has to have a 6-pack of abs. Like that. I don't know.
Well, no, I do agree that sometimes it can become a little unrealistic, and we do need to tone those clients down a little bit. But also, we respect all people's wishes, and we can only guide people. At the end of the day, they're going to do what they choose to do.
Amen.
Oh, so many more questions. All right.
This is so great.
Thank you,
you for
guys.
that. Don't give up hope, Pittsburgh.
That's right. If you're interested in their matchmaking service, we will have more information on our website at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.